At 25, you put in $312 and forgot about it. Not because you were smart, because you were tired and the automatic transfer was already set up. You had a shift at 6 in the morning the next day. That was the whole decision. No spreadsheet, no 5-year plan, just $312 leaving your account on a Thursday night. You didn't feel like an investor. You felt like someone who was probably doing it wrong. But you did it anyway. And what happened next? Nobody prepared you for it. Not the math, not the silence of it, not what it does to the way you move through a room. This is your life, every 5 years, when you start early and stay quiet about it. You are 25. You share a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate named Glenn. Your half of the rent is $740 a month. You drive a 2014 Honda Civic with 112,000 miles. The check engine light has been on for 4 months. You make $41,000 a year. After taxes, rent, groceries, and the minimum loan payment, you have somewhere between $190 and $340 left. You started the Roth IRA because a coworker named Patricia mentioned it in the break room. You contribute $260 a month. It feels like too much. It feels like money you need. Your balance after 12 months is $3,847. It feels like nothing. It is not nothing. Your friends are spending differently. Derek just put a down payment on a jet ski. Amanda is going to Cancun for the 3rd time in 2 years. You went to the going-away dinner. You ordered the second cheapest thing on the menu. You felt a quiet, low-level embarrassment that you don't talk about. You go home that night and check your investment account. $4,203. You close the app. You keep the automatic transfer on. That is the only decision that matters right now. You are 30. 5 years have passed. You got a raise at 27, up to $53,000 a year. You moved into your own 1-bedroom at 28, rent $1,340 a month. You increased your contribution to $480 a month when the raise came through. You haven't touched it since. Your Roth IRA balance is $41,760. You look at that number for a long time, the first time you really see it. You remember the $3,847. You remember feeling like it was nothing. You understand now that the first 5 years are not about the money. They are about building the habit so deep into your life that you stop noticing it. The $480 leaves your account every month, and you plan your life around what remains. You don't think of it as gone. You have stopped thinking about it at all. That is the real milestone at 30. Not the balance, the automaticity. At 30, your coworker Jordan buys a house. $428,000, 7% down. His mortgage payment is $2,940 a month. You congratulate him. You mean it. At the housewarming, someone asks if you're thinking about buying. You say, maybe next year. The truth is more complicated than that. You are not behind. You are just building differently. You drive home in the same Civic. 141,000 miles now. The check engine light is off. You got that fixed last spring. Small things. You are 35. Your salary is $67,400. You have been at the same company for 10 years. A promotion came at 33. New title, small team, more responsibility. You increased your contribution to $580 a month. You also opened a brokerage account 2 years ago and put $200 a month into a low-cost index fund. Your Roth IRA balance is $118,340. Your brokerage account has $19,700 in it. Total invested, $138,040. You are 35 years old and you have that amount working for you while you sleep. Most people you know have no idea. You don't mention it. There is no reason to. At 35, something shifts quietly. It's not dramatic. You don't feel wealthy. You still check prices at the grocery store. You still hesitate before a $60 dinner. But there is a low, steady hum underneath your daily life that wasn't there before. A kind of groundedness. You sleep differently. Not better necessarily, just with less of a background frequency of low-level financial fear. The kind that used to wake you up at 3 in the morning thinking about the credit card balance. That version of you is largely gone. You don't celebrate this. You barely notice it, but it's real, and it is the quietest form of wealth you will ever own. Glenn, your old roommate, calls you one night. He got laid off. He has $1,100 in his checking account and $23,000 in credit card debt. He is not asking you for money. He is just calling to talk. But the weight in his voice is something you recognize. It is the weight you used to carry, the one you slowly, quietly set down over 10 years without realizing it. You talk to him for an hour. You don't tell him your balance. That would help nothing. You suggest the thing Patricia told you in the break room 10 years ago. Start with whatever you have. Automate it. Don't look at it for 5 years. He says he will. You hope he does. You are 40. A lot has happened. You bought a house at 38. $419,000. 20% down. Mortgage at 6.8%. The down payment came from savings and a small inheritance from your grandfather. Your salary is now $81,200. You contribute the full $7,000 Roth IRA annual limit. You put $400 a month into the brokerage. Your Roth IRA balance is $248,700. Your brokerage account has $68,300 in it. Total invested, $317,000. You are 40 years old with $317,000 invested. You bought your house with 20% down. No credit card debt. You drive a used 2019 Toyota Camry. Paid cash, $18,400. Nobody knows any of this. It doesn't come up. At 40, your manager Victor tells you you're one of the most reliable people on the team. He gives you a 4.2% raise. You thank him. You go back to your desk. You update your budget spreadsheet. You increase the brokerage contribution by $60 a month. Life continues. Nobody throws you a party for having $317,000 at 40. Nobody even knows to. The milestone passes like every other Thursday. Quiet. Unremarked. Yours. That is how real wealth accumulates. Without ceremony, without witnesses. Your cousin Raymond buys a boat. A real one. $34,000. Financed over 7 years. He posts about it constantly. The photos are great. The life looks full. You like the posts genuinely. You feel no envy, which surprises you. You used to feel it. At 27, at 29, at 32. You felt it regularly, that low burn of comparison. By 40, it is largely dissolved. Not because you are morally superior, because you have seen the math play out long enough to know that the two paths lead to genuinely different places. You are calm about which one you are on. Raymond is happy. You are happy. The math doesn't care about happiness. The math just compounds. That is the thing nobody tells you about investing. The indifference of it is actually a comfort. You are 45. Your salary is $94,600. You got a new role 2 years ago, senior operations manager. The work is harder. The pay is better. Your Roth IRA balance is $438,200. Your brokerage has $148,600 in it. Total invested, $586,800. You are 45 with nearly $600,000 invested, and nobody at your office knows. Your mortgage balance is $287,000. Your net worth, investments plus home equity minus mortgage, is somewhere around $730,000. You ran the number on a Sunday afternoon and then closed the laptop and made a sandwich. There was nothing dramatic to do with that information. You just kept going. At 45, your parents start getting older in visible ways. Your father has a knee surgery. Your mother forgets things more often. You fly home twice in 1 year. You pay for things without being asked. Flights, groceries, a new chair for your father's recovery. You do this without financial stress. Not without feeling. The situation has plenty of feeling. But without the additional layer of financial panic that would have accompanied the same situation at 29 or 31. You have margin. You didn't build it thinking about this exact moment, but it is there when you need it. That is what wealth actually is at 45. Not the number on the screen. The margin. The ability to show up for the people you love without money making the moment worse. You are 50. The number on your investment screen is $847,300. Roth IRA, $614,000. Brokerage, $233,300. You look at it for a long time. You think about the $3,847 balance at 25. You think about the Thursday night automatic transfer. The market dropped 31% once, and you watched your balance fall from $198,000 to $136,000 in 6 weeks. You didn't sell. You increased your contribution by $50 a month that spring because everything was on sale. You didn't feel calm about it. You felt sick. But you didn't sell. The difference between the people who reached 800,000 and the people who didn't is mostly that one decision. Not genius, not luck, just didn't sell. At 50, your salary is $103,400. People at work know you as solid, reliable, the one who doesn't panic. They have no idea why. You don't tell them. There is no graceful way to explain that you stopped panicking somewhere around 350,000 because you had watched the number go up enough times to trust the direction. You just show up. You do the work. You go home. The account compounds while you sleep. That sentence used to feel abstract at 25. At 50, it is your daily reality. You are 55. Total invested? $1,247,000. Roth IRA, $893,000. Brokerage, $354,000. Your mortgage has 14 years left. Balance, $198,000. You run a real calculation for the first time with serious intent. If the market returns its historical average, 10.5% a year, your $1.2 million becomes $2.1 million by 65 without adding another dollar. You are going to keep adding dollars. But for the first time at 55, you feel something entirely new. Options. Actual, real, non-theoretical options. You could retire at 60. You could go part-time at 58. You could take 6 months off and it would not financially destroy you. You don't make any of these decisions yet. But you feel them available, like doors that were always locked and are now simply unlocked. You walk past them. You note that they are open. Glenn calls again. He got his financial life together at 38. Started small, stayed consistent, did the thing you suggested. His balance is $312,000. He is proud. He should be. He asks what yours is. You pause. You tell him it's doing well. He laughs. He knows you. He says, "That means it's a lot, doesn't it?" You say, "It's enough." That is the truest thing you have said about money in 30 years. It is enough. It has been enough for a while. The miracle is that enough keeps getting bigger without you chasing it. You are not at the end of the story. You are 55, and the account is at $1.2 million, and the doors are unlocked, and you are still driving a sensible car, and you still check prices at the grocery store out of habit, and nobody at work knows. And your parents are aging, and Glenn is proud, and the $312 automatic transfer from 30 years ago is still compounding. Quietly, like an engine that never turned off, like a decision made on a Thursday night by a tired 25-year-old who had a shift at 6 in the morning and did it anyway. The question isn't whether this story is possible. It is possible. The math is real. The habits are real. The boring Thursday night automatic transfer is real. The question is only this: what is the number you're going to start with, and when is the Thursday night you're going to set it up? The market doesn't care if you feel ready. The compound curve doesn't wait for a good time. The people sitting at 1.2 million at 55 are not geniuses. They are people who started on a Thursday night when they were tired and did it anyway. The only variable left in this equation is you. And the only question left is whether you open the account this week or keep waiting for a version of yourself that feels more ready. That version is not coming. This version is the one that has to decide.